What did I do last year? Well, first I signed with 2 new reps, Super Lounge in LA and Reika Calti in Milano. That's right, I'm bi-continent now, baby. I also won some nice film festivals, one for my Chef Table-esque doc on Berlin's Noble Heart and Schmutzig, which I hope is as fun to watch as it is to say. My other doc about master mechanic Peter Boja got honored in Rome. Truth told, I only submitted because I wanted a reason to eat pasta. And my short film about the world's greatest hamburger won in Moscow. I admit, I colluded. Spot-wise, I went full fluff and fold with Teeds and got my caffeine fix with Starbucks. Then I got a little weird with Cosmo Connected and Uber. I'm sure that's not the first time. Then I got in the ring and shot some badass boxers for Everlast. They did not take direction well. Next, I did some fun spots for Verizon Fios. Even though my download speeds have not improved, just saying. I cut a few fun social pieces for Samsung featuring Brian Nicholson and self-proclaimed selfie professor Sorel Amore. Unfortunately, I learned nothing. Next, I tapped into my inner Tarantino foot fetish and rocked some fabulous vids for Jeez. Should stop drinking in the afternoon. And rock some fabulous vids for Flip Flop Fanatics Ipanema. Then I got real juicy with Ocean Spray. You have no idea how bouncy cranberries are. I also got to work down in beautiful Costa Rica for spiritual teacher Alicia Oliver Park. Let me tell you, it's hard not to feel better down here. Finally, I got my oil on and got to make some weird worlds for Samsung's new Galaxy, and then went full ferrofluid with this artsy spot for the World Wildlife Fund. Some other cool projects this year was a music video for the Epic Soul Rebels, a boozy little piece about the Scotch Malt Whisky Society in Leith, Scotland, and a short doc about the world's oldest light bulb that's been on for over 100 years straight. Wait, what? That's insane. My mother would have a fit. Oh, I also got a fun little biopic in about how to travel like a travel writer. Spoiler alert, I'm a real jerk to my luggage. Speaking about travel, I did a few fun stories for Get Lost magazine, covering the clandestine Sushi by Boo, which is a restaurant in a random hotel room in Midtown Manhattan, only in New York. I then went over to Italy for the Bogotaro Funghi Porcini Festival, where I got to pick my own mouth gold, and then over to good old Coney Island, where I shoved this in my face as I covered the Mermaid Parade. Oh, I also got to cover this monstrosity in Hudson Yards, which is actually worth the trip up. Speaking of up, love these segues. I did a lot of droning this year in Belize, Miami, New York, LA, Nashville, San Francisco, Thailand, Amsterdam, Berlin, Bora Bora, Geigen, the Alps, Madrid, St. Louis, Stockholm, Jakarta, Malfi, Portland, Cambodia, Reykjavik, Costa Rica, and Patterson, New Jersey. Always end on a bang. I did come down from the clouds to do a story about the city of Madrid, where I checked out their food, fell in love with Balin Lopez. These two badasses, got my grape on in an ancient theater, got my groove on at a disco called Fucking Mondays, and finally ate at the oldest restaurant in the world, Sobrine de Botín. There's a reason it's been open continually for 300 years. Don't worry, Mom, they do turn the lights off at night, though. Finally, I am excited to announce the launch of the Travel Class channel on YouTube, where I've taken the 130 films I produced with travel buddy Brad Stewart for the now defunct WOW Airlines, RIP, that no one ever saw, and set them free in the world so they could finally get the attention that they... well, it's a start. Well, that's about it, folks. I mean, what else? I got a truck, a cat, I found this dot matrix printed image of me when I was like 3. A little new profile pic. Oh, right. I sold a travel show to Quibi.
What is Quibi? Couldn't tell ya.
Thanks, Liam. Well, it's a new streaming network with original content from a few people like Steven Soderbergh, Ridley Scott, Steven Spielberg, and me. Yeah. It's called High Low, and it stars these two rays of sunshine. So spend the $4 a month, you cheapskate. This is quality programming. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for helping making this one of the best years yet. Looking forward to working with you next year.